Time now is 12:23. We continue to follow breaking news out of Holyoke, where part of a vacant building on High Street has collapsed. 22 News reporter Dave McKay is live in Holyoke right now with the very latest.
The old Essex hotel has been vacant for some time, but today the feared has happened. It has collapsed, a partial collapse on the side right now. The area is completely evacuated. This entire block, businesses, workers, anyone that was in this area is pushed further back from the 400 block of High Street. Now, I'm joined right now by the fire captain of the Holyoke Fire Department, Anthony Cerruti. He's going to tell us a little bit about what happened, a timeline of events, and if there were any injuries. Yeah, around 11:45 this morning, we received a call for the collapse at the Essex Hotel. This building has been in an active state of collapse, as you mentioned, for some time. We got on scene. We noticed the extent of the damage now. There are no injuries. The buildings on both sides have been evacuated for some time. The evacuation is now extended a couple of buildings down. The buildings are clear of all the utilities have been shut off, the gas, electricity has been shut off. Right now High Street's going to close, and my guess High Street's going to be closed for quite some time until this building is down. So is this stable right now? I mean, some of those bricks you were telling me about how they've fallen into building adjacent to it. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Yeah, this section that collapsed, we were able to get up in our ladder truck and get some pictures. These bricks have fallen through the roof of the adjoining building. They've gone down right to the first floor. So I ran into the Holyoke mayor, Mayor Morrison. He said, look, we've been talking about this in city council for some time. Firefighters, building inspectors, and they all said something needs to be done about this deteriorating building. When was someone supposed to come in and take care of this? Yeah, the exact timeline, that would fall to the building commissioner. He's running the schedule with the contractor. But as far as I know, it is under contract to be demolished. What stage they are in of demolishing it, I'm not sure. I think right now they're in the preparing stages. Obviously, their timeline just increased quite a bit. What's the next step for you guys right now? Everyone's cleared back. How do you approach something like this? Yeah, just like you said, David, we stay back. You know, we're by no means experts in building collapse, so we want to make sure now that everyone's safe. We know everyone's safe. We're going to stay safe. We're going to keep the public safe. Like I said, High Street's probably going to be closed off for some time. So, you know, I know it's an interesting thing to see, but we just ask people to keep their distance and just let the police and firefighters do their work. Okay. Thank you very much, Captain. I appreciate it. Thank you. So right now, you heard it from the captain of the Holyoke Fire Department. The area is cleared. You're going to want to steer clear of this area because many of the streets have a lot of traffic right now with people trying to get through, some people trying to take pictures. But again, be careful. It's not safe in this area. Live in Holyoke, David McKay, 22 News.
Time now is 12:52, and we continue to follow this breaking news out of Holyoke, where part of a vacant building on High Street has collapsed. 22 News reporter Dave McKay is still live in Holyoke right now. He has the very latest.
Rubble and debris is still hanging from the side of the building. Take a live look at what's going on right now. Bricks came crashing down around 11:45 this morning. That's when residents heard all this. The entire area has been evacuated. Those bricks came down through an adjacent building's roof, and I just spoke with the building inspector. This is the old Essex House Hotel. It was built back in the 1900s. It's been in this state for quite a while. The city council, the Holyoke mayor, Alex Morris, and firefighters have been discussing trying to get it down sooner rather than later. A contractor was in the process of trying to take the building down. As you can see on the bottom of this building, there's a red square with an X through it. That means firefighters are not supposed to enter, whatever the matter or case may be, because it's just too dangerous to enter, so they are not going in there right now. A slash mark means to use caution. Now, right now, the entire area has been evacuated. That includes businesses. There's traffic lined up from Main Street to High Street. If you can avoid the area, you should do so. A building inspector just came by. He's looking at the building and trying to decide what the next step in the process may be. Live in Holyoke, David McKay, 22 News.
It has been vacant for years, and today bricks and concrete came crashing down in Holyoke when part of the Essex House Hotel collapsed.
22 News reporter David McKay spoke with business owners, residents, and the mayor about a collapse that they had feared.
A section of High Street and Newton Street is still closed right now because of this building behind me. The partial collapse earlier this afternoon. An engineer still has to determine whether or not it's stable enough for them to clear the area and make it back to normal. But a lot of people told me today something should have been done sooner. Bricks, mortar, and debris came raining down from the vacant Essex House Hotel in Holyoke a little before noon Thursday.
City Council, right there is your answer. That's why we'll be fighting for so many months to make the demolition of that building.
Bricks from the collapse fell through the roof of Marie Ferrer's business property. No one was injured, but she, along with other business owners and residents, had been pleading to take the old building down for years. The old Essex Hotel was built back in the 1900s, and firefighters say, like many buildings in the area, it was structurally unstable, which is the reasoning to put a red X on the side so they wouldn't enter.
We're not going to risk anyone's life for a building that's in disrepair.
Holyoke Mayor Alex Morse told 22 News the City Council didn't listen to warnings from the fire and building departments that the Essex House was on the brink and needed to be torn down sooner rather than later.
They chose to say that it wouldn't happen and hasn't happened in years. What makes you think it's going to happen now? And my job is to trust the experts. That's what I did, and what the experts said happened.
Money had already been approved to demolish the building within a short time. Now the process is being expedited with an emergency demolition. 22 News will continue to bring you updates on any road closures and what engineers say will stabilize this building throughout the night. Live in Holyoke, David McKay, 22 News.
Good evening and welcome to 22 News at 11. I'm Barry Krieger. Holyoke residents and business owners are trying to figure out what is next after one side of the old Essex House Hotel collapsed today. 22 News reporter Juliana Mazza is standing by live in Holyoke with new information tonight.
Street is still blocked off from Cabot to Appleton Streets, and I just spoke with the Holyoke Police Department, and they say as of right now they're really not sure when that portion of High Street is going to reopen. But just a few hours ago, the families evacuated from their apartment complex located just next to the old Essex House Hotel have found a temporary place to stay tonight. Now take a look at this building right now. It's still standing tonight, but you can't necessarily call it stable. It's unknown how long it will be before the rest of the building comes crashing down.
We thought that the wall was going to collapse, so it wasn't like rocket science.
Residents and business owners all around High Street have been evacuated from their buildings until further notice. Residents came to the War Memorial Building for shelter Thursday night after a wall collapsed at the old Essex House Hotel on High Street.
I think the unknown is probably the biggest thing. There's no time frame on when they're going to move back into their apartments.
Smith volunteered to take 7 of the 9 families displaced by the collapse to a nearby hotel. The American Red Cross is paying for their stay for the next 5 nights, although it's unclear when they'll actually be allowed to move back into their homes. Maria Ferrer temporarily relocated MD Beauty Salon back in April, fearing a collapse, and it's a good thing because her vacant property on High Street was damaged by the falling bricks Thursday.
We all see the danger of the situation. We all see the building is able to collapse any moment.
22 News asked Holyoke Mayor Alex Morse Thursday night why this rundown building hadn't been demolished months ago.
The City Council and the City Council President in particular continue to delay the approval of the funds, making the argument that, that the building department, the fire department, we're just creating hysteria and not really providing an expert opinion.
But the Holyoke City Council says that's not true. Back on January 7th, the Holyoke City Council unanimously approved to demolish the Essex Hotel for $1.3 million. Now that's why city councilors say it never should have come to this. The council says it's actually been pushing to demolish this building, and now they want the building's original owners to face legal action.
This building's been vacant for 10 years and neglected, and now we need to make sure that after we secure this building and bring it down, we need to be in court and going after these people and holding them responsible.
One thing everyone can agree on is luckily no one was hurt. Crews are meeting again tomorrow morning to figure out how and when this building can be torn down. We'll be sure to follow this story for you both on air and online at WWLP.com. Reporting live in Holyoke tonight, Juliana Mazza, 22 News.
22 News reporter David McKay attended today's news conference and joins us live from Holyoke with the newest information.
The mayor says it will take 3 to 5 weeks to demolish the top 3 floors of the Essex House Hotel. Tomorrow, equipment is supposed to be arriving on tractor-trailer trucks, 6 tractor-trailer trucks of equipment to make these demolishes. The building partially collapsed, raining brick and mortar down into adjacent buildings around 11:45 yesterday. There were already $1.4 million plans to raise the building, which was built in the 1880s. By taking off the top floors, which are mostly wood framed, it will reduce weight on the bottom, which are mostly steel framed. 9 families are being put up in a nearby hotel with the assistance of the Red Cross, and 3 businesses have been affected, including Salsa Rengue, San Juan Bakery, and the beauty salon, which the occupants had already been moved for demolition. The owner of Salsa Rengue told 22 News it's unfortunate nothing was done sooner to prevent this from happening, but he hopes to keep his business in the city.
Holyoke has been a great place to open a business, unlike many other people don't think so. And I want to stay here as long as I can, but if not, I'm old enough, I need to retire, so I retired.
Now, Mayor Morse has visited with the surrounding businesses today to remind them that the city is hoping to help. During 3 to 5 weeks, road closures are expected to stay the same, with High Street still blocked off from Essex to Appleton. You could run into that roadblock around Cabot, but you can still make it around to Essex Street. Again, equipment for demolition is expected to arrive tomorrow. 22 News will keep you up to date with any proceedings on air and online at WWLP.com. Live in Holyoke, David McKay, 22 News.